And let's focus first on Delhi. It's witnessed a sharp spike in cases with nearly 500 COVID cases in a day. The national capital reported 496 COVID cases on Tuesday with a positivity rate of 0.89%. The Omicron count touched 238 with 57 recoveries, people being discharged. There's a night curfew in place between 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. under the level 1 of the graded response action plan. Schools, colleges, cinemas and gyms as well as spas will remain closed in the national capital. Shops of non-essential goods and services in markets and malls can open based on the odd-even formula from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Restaurants also allowed to function but with 50% capacity from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bars operate with the same capacity. The timing changes for them to 12 noon to 10 p.m. Private offices will function with 50% staff. Metro trains and buses running with 50% of seating capacity in the city. Marriages and funerals will be allowed. The attendance will be only 20 people. All other political, cultural, religious gatherings are banned in Delhi. The Delhi Disaster Management Authority will meet today to discuss the current situation. Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and senior officials along with experts will attend this meeting.
0.5% से ज़्यादा पॉजिटिविटी रेट होगा 2 दिन तक लगातार, तो ऐसे हालात के अंदर येलो लेवल आ जाएगा, एक लेवल 1 आ जाएगा और उसमें हम ये चीज़ें बंद करेंगे। तो 0.5% से ज़्यादा 2-3 दिन से चल रहा है, इसीलिए लेवल 1 जो है ग्रेडेड एक्शन प्लान का, उसको लागू करने का निर्णय लिया गया है।
Declared in Delhi with 496 confirmed COVID cases as on Tuesday evening. Buses, metro are now at 50% capacity. Restaurants also at 50% capacity and have to shut down at 8 p.m. Bars have to shut down at 10 p.m. While no gathering for weddings or any other public gathering is now allowed. Weddings and funerals can have a maximum of 20 people in attendance. And with the buses and metro on a reduced passenger intake, here at this bus stop, you can see a large number of people waiting for transport to go to their offices.
Anisha Mathur is joining us live from Delhi with the latest updates on this worrying COVID surge. Also with us is Vidya, because Mumbai too is seeing a similar spike in COVID cases. Anisha, to you first, good morning. What's really the situation in the national capital? Because, you know, a lot of the restrictions, curbs that Chief Minister Kejriwal announced come into effect today.
Good morning, Akshita. Delhi has now seen 496 new COVID cases and 238 Omicron variant cases in the last 24 hours. We are right now at the Barakhamba metro station and I'm going to ask my cameraman Nasir to just pan around and show you what the situation on the road really is. Despite the fact that Delhi is now officially under a yellow alert, officers have been asked to reduce attendance to about 50%. Government offices will be working at 50% capacity. Buses, metros are now at 50% passenger capacity. Restaurants have been asked to, restaurants also at 50% capacity. Banquet halls, spas, gyms have now been closed. But you can see around here, many people are still not following the masking and distancing protocols. Masks, in particular, if you see just around us here, Nasir will pan around and show you, many people are wearing their masks under their nose instead of properly. Many people are just wearing their mask on their chin. Some even roaming around without masks. And this is right outside the Barakhamba metro station where so many people are heading to their offices at 10 a.m. this morning. And you can see here, even out of the people who are coming out from the metro station, several people have their masks under their nose instead of properly covering their nose and mouth. And that is exactly what the government has been emphasizing, that people need to be much more careful. Even though the government has imposed restrictions, the traders associations are not happy because with the odd and even system that has been put in place. Markets will only be opening, like particularly markets like the Connaught Place, Barakhamba, etc. The big markets will open in an odd even system with 50% of the shops open on any given day. The traders associations, of course, are not happy. CAIT has written to the government saying that they were not consulted because of this, and their the economics, the finances will be affected, particularly now because New Year is coming up. People were hoping to go out, celebrate the New Year, but of course with the surge in number of cases, that has been put on hold. Nobody will be allowed to celebrate outside because there is a 10 p.m. curfew in the national capital.
Anisha, you know, on our screens, we're also putting out footage from a metro station where you see these long queues outside because of the 50% seating capacity. It's taking time for people to be able to go inside, and this itself is going to be a concern because clearly, you know, the number of people who want to use the metro hasn't reduced. These are issues, perhaps. The fact that these restrictions could also turn over and create a problem and turn into these kind of massive crowding outside stations, is that something that the administration is also considering?
Well, yes, Akshita, we've seen at bus stands and at metro stations across the city, huge crowds gathering. There are in fact reports of long lines outside the metro stations where people, which are in residential areas. Here at Barakhamba, you can see the crowd that is coming out of the metro station with 50% seating capacity at bus stands and at metro stations. You are seeing long lines and long crowds of people, and because they're being forced to wait, there is up to a 15 to 20 minute wait for people to find either a metro or a bus, even because of restrictions in the number of people which can sit in a shared auto. In a lot of these residential areas, particularly in the East Delhi, South Delhi, West Delhi, we are seeing across metro stations and bus stands huge crowds gathering to wait, and that could become a very serious problem which the administration will have to look at. Here at Barakhamba, at least, this is a station where mostly people are exiting at this time because this is where all the offices are. People have come from all across the city to reach their offices, and you can see the fact that there is still a crowd distancing that has to be maintained. That 6 feet of distance, masking, social distancing is very clearly not being followed even when people are getting to their offices.
And the whole idea of a 50% seating capacity is to ensure social distancing. That whole idea and concept has gone for a toss with those kind of images of crowding at metro stations. Frequency of trains perhaps is something that will have to increase if we have to see this actually being successful, these kind of restrictions. Anisha, thank you for those details. I want to give you a sense of what the situation in Mumbai is. Also, Vidya is with us from Mumbai. Vidya, before I come across to you, I just want to tell our viewers about the latest figures, because after 212 days, the financial capital Mumbai has reported over 1,000 new COVID cases. The Omicron count is 167 in Maharashtra. 72 people have recovered from the infection. As far as Mumbai is concerned, 1,377 new cases and 1 death has been reported on Tuesday. That's a 70% jump in its tally from Monday. With the surge, the active cases in the city have soared past 7,000. Maharashtra's tally also saw an uptick owing to the surge in Mumbai. The state has reported 2,172 new cases. Maharashtra now has over 14,000 active cases of COVID. Vidya, the situation in Mumbai is worrying. A little different from Delhi, though, because in Delhi, those restrictions have come into effect today. In Mumbai, it came into effect last week. And despite that, you're seeing this kind of an uptick in cases.
Well, in Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai, where, you know, the figures have extremely been high. Remember, Mumbai is contributing to more than 50% of the numbers that are really coming out in Maharashtra. And this is the kind of figure that we had seen about 7 months ago when the second wave was going down. It was declining. At that time, this is the kind of figure that we had been seeing. So which is the reason why a lot of people are wondering if this is really the start of the third wave, but that's not officially been declared. But certainly, the government of Maharashtra and Mumbai administration both are taking their precautions. In fact, as you mentioned, the kind of restrictions that we are seeing in Delhi, that's not the thing that we are seeing here in Mumbai as yet. But restrictions had been put in place, such as night curfews. Remember, not more than 4 or 5 people can really go together out. That's one of the reasons, you know, Christmas parties, New Year parties, they were already put on hold by most people because gatherings were not being allowed. I'm right now at the Bandra Wonderland here, right here, you know, at this Bandra Wonderland, which was started by Aditya Thackeray and his people. This is the location right next to the sea where you can actually see a huge crowd that comes together in the evenings. But that also closes by the time it is 8:30. You know, this entire place is shut down so that people can get home by 9 o'clock. And, the curfew timings really do not have to get bothered. So, these kind of precautions are already in place. And in spite of that, these numbers are going high. And that's the reason why the Maharashtra government as well as the Mumbai administration has been telling people that if your precautions are not really taken by each and every individual living in the city, then there would be more curbs that the city might be witnessing soon.
That's so true. Every one of us has to be very, very careful right now to ensure that, January, the beginning of 2022, isn't a nightmare for us. Anisha, Vidya, thank you very much for getting us those updates from the ground.